How about a bear bag with your face on it? What's going on, guys? I'm JK. This is JK is Hiking, where I'm all about hiking, backpacking, and like what we're going to talk about tonight, I love me some gear. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and then hit that notification bell so you find out every time one of these videos drops. Be a part of this community, be a part of what we're doing here, and let me know what you think. When I first got into backpacking, I heard this term bear bag, and I was just like, what the heck is a bear bag? I mean, like, do you store bears in a bear bag? What bag can a bear get into? Seriously. If it's bare, does it mean there's like nothing in it? Oh, that was really corny. So yeah, I was a little confused as to what a bear bag was. I believe the first video that I saw where somebody actually showed me what a bear bag was and didn't just talk about it was Frozen from Outdoor Adventures. He pulled out his bear bag and I realized, okay, it's the bag your food goes in. And so I watched what he was talking about, and at the time he was using a Z-Packs food bag. And I thought, man, that thing looks incredible. So I went out and I got myself one. As a matter of fact, I got it sitting right here. This is the big bag by Z-Packs. When it's all rolled up with food in it, you're looking at 13 inches by 8 inches. It's not flat bottom like the new ones are. But this bag has done really well for me. It's gotten me 4 or 5 days worth of food in it. It's held up great. After a while, I got my hands on a rucksack because I started realizing that one of the things you're supposed to do with a bear bag is to hang it up. That's why it's called a bear bag, because it keeps your food away from bears. And so I ordered some second-hand bags from Z-Packs. Every once in a while, they'll have a little section where you can buy some really cheap gear from them that's either got bad stitching somewhere or it's just off, it's not straight, it might be a little crooked. It's still perfectly fine to use, but it just isn't up to their high standards of quality. So I got this rucksack and a couple tent stake sacks for like 15 bucks. And this rucksack has done a great job for me, although it has been through it. There are holes all over this thing. But I mean, what do you expect from something you fill with rocks and you throw over a tree limb? I truly love that bear bag, and I love the rucksack. They've done me, I'm gonna say I've probably used those 50 times over the last year, and that bag has gone with me on every one of those days, and it has never failed me. It's done such a great job, and I love the bag, but I'm always into trying out new things. And so a couple months ago, a guy named Ben McMillan contacted a bunch of backpackers and just started asking questions, saying things like, what do you think about this kind of bag? If I was to make a bag that does this, would you be willing to use it? And the more he talked about this stuff, the more I realized I kind of want some of the stuff that he's trying to sell. And so I got in touch with Ben and we started talking, and he hooked me up with a brand new bear bag. And it's a bear bag like no other, I'm telling you. This is the official JK is Hiking bear bag. I love this thing. It's awesome. This thing is massive when you compare it to my Z-Packs bag. I mean, look at the difference here. New bag, old bag. It's amazing how much of a difference there is in size. Now, I do want to say that the bear bag that I've got from Z-Packs, that is not their largest bear bag. That's called the big bear bag. They actually have one that's about the size of this one that's called their large bear bag. It has a flat bottom on it, and it holds a lot more food. But there is a major difference between these two bear bags that I find really interesting. First off, let me give you a little information about Hilltop Packs. Hilltop Packs is a brand new company started by Ben McMillan. He knows backpackers because he is a backpacker, and he communicated with a lot of other backpackers and just asked, what is it you're looking for in bear bags, in camera bags, in stuff sacks? What are the things that you want to see in those items? And so after talking to backpackers, he went through and created a brand new series of bags that are phenomenal. The first thing I want to bring attention to is the sturdiness of this fabric. Unlike the Z-Packs bag that uses a 1.43 Dyneema, the Hilltop's bag is made with 2.92 ounce Dyneema. Now what that means is that's how much it weighs per yard. So this is just a heavier fabric, but what was really interesting is my current bear bag from Z-Packs weighs in at 1.2 ounces. That's so light, it's ridiculous. This one weighs in at 2.2 ounces. And you may be saying, gosh, it's almost twice the weight. But think about what I just said. This thing only weighs 1 ounce more, and it's so much larger than the current one I'm using. And the fabric, if you get your hands on one of these, the fabric is so sturdy. And I was really impressed when it came in because I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting something much more flimsy, like all the other food bags I've seen. But this thing is amazingly strong. It's also huge. When I got it in, I just decided I was gonna stuff it full of food, and I probably got 7, maybe 8 days worth of food inside of this thing. And if you know my struggles in dialing back my food, you know that's really saying something. This thing can hold a lot of food. When I first opened up the box that the bag came in, there was a little piece of paper in here, and it says this. It says, "Inspirational Rock Throw Bag. A little encouragement when you need it most during the bear hang." I'll be honest, if you're like me, that makes a lot of sense, because that first time when you try and throw that rock sack over a limb, it is the most frustrating thing you'll ever experience in your life. So when you get your bear bag from Hilltop Packs, it actually has a little message on it. I want you to see this. Never give up on your dreams. I love companies that don't take themselves too seriously. And Ben over at Hilltop Packs, he has a great sense of humor, great personality, and it shows through his products. One of the things that he's also come through with that I haven't seen another company do yet was custom printing bear bags. It's awesome to see all the different bear bags he's created. My favorite one as of so far is the Shill Brothers. The Shill Brothers got their faces actually on their bear bags. Absolutely hilarious. 2 of the coolest bear bags I've seen. One of the things that you're gonna start noticing on YouTube is a lot of YouTubers are getting their hands on these bags. Dan Becker Outdoors, Outdoor Exposure with Devin Ashby, even Darwin has got his bags that are getting delivered to him. It is amazing how much reach Hilltop Packs already has with these custom-made bags. And you don't just have to get them on a bear bag. You can get them on stuff sacks. Whatever he makes with Dyneema, you can get them printed. It's amazing the choices that he has with his company. So let's get some of the stats out of the way for people who like to count their grams and their ounces. This bag comes in at 2.2 ounces, and this bag comes in at 1.3 ounces, and that's including 50 feet of Zing-It that's inside of here. Altogether, that's 3.5 ounces. It's still very lightweight. Like I said, you've got an extra ounce on this bag, but for what it will be accomplishing for you, it's gonna be totally worth it. My bag is just a regular flat bag that you fill up. It doesn't have the flat bottom on it, but if you would like to have a flat bottom on your bag, that is an option over at Hilltop Packs that he has added. Personally, I've learned when you fill these bags up, you don't really need that flat bottom. When these things are full, they kind of sit pretty straight. You don't have to fight with them too much. The flat bag option is great for other people, but for me, I'm good with it just like this. One of the big differences that I saw between these 2 bags was the way it closes at the top. In my old Z-Packs bag, it's a Velcro enclosure, which is nice, but sometimes trying to get that to be straight can be really annoying, especially if it's late at night, it's dark out, and you're under the light of a headlamp. You really just don't want to have to deal with that. And it can be a little frustrating if it gets straight. And honestly, most of the time, I just close it however, because when you roll it up, it doesn't really matter in the first place. The Velcro was fine. I just think for me, sometimes it's just a little cumbersome, and actually added some weight that might have been able to be taken off of this. With the Hilltop Packs bear bag, you have this single snap that's in the middle of the bag to enclose it. And honestly, I really like this. Personally, for me, if it's dark, which usually I'm not doing anything with my bear bag until it's dark out half the time anyways. I probably should be doing it earlier, but most of the time I find myself doing it in the dark. So what I end up doing is I can feel this. I can actually put my fingers in here and feel that snap and be able to snap it and know that it's perfectly straight and good to go. Like I said, once you roll this thing down, having Velcro or snap doesn't really matter, because as it rolls down, that's what's gonna make it watertight. That's what's gonna keep anything from getting out of it as far as smells and different things like that. And honestly, for me, I keep all of my food in Ziploc bags anyways. I do them by day. So to actually have to worry about whether or not this is completely sealed is not an issue for me. I really like the snap enclosure. Another thing I like about this bag is how the carabiner sits on this this little bit of fabric right here on the end of the bag. It's just away from the clip a little bit, so it's not gonna be in the way. A lot of times with my Z-Packs bag, these are so close together, it could be annoying sometimes to try and clip this or to do different things. It was nice to see that they made something that actually sticks out a little bit. So when this thing is rolled down, this is gonna actually be sticking out from the bag. So you're not really gonna have to fight with it to get to it. Now you're probably thinking, why do I need a custom printed bear bag? The truth is you don't need a custom printed bear bag, but if you're somebody who goes backpacking in places where there are a lot of people, because a lot of bear bags look the same between companies, it's really nice to have something that's gonna stand out a little bit so you know it's yours. Especially if you're in a group of 5 or 6 people and everybody has the same kind of bear bag and you might have hung some of them together, it's gonna be nice in the morning when you first wake up, you're groggy, you're having trouble stumbling through the woods to find your bear bag, to be able to know which one's yours really quickly. Whenever I do a review on any product, I always try and give you the positives, but also give you the negatives. And I'll be honest, I only found really one negative in this bear bag kit, and that might be this rucksack. It is clever and it's funny what's printed on it, but at the same time, it's really big. I like the size of the Z-Packs rucksack. It fits in my hand really well. I liken it to the difference between throwing a softball and throwing a baseball. It's a lot harder to throw that bigger softball than it is to throw a baseball. And I'm just afraid that it's gonna make this really difficult. I did take this outside, fill it up, toss it around a little bit just to see what it felt like, and it was a touch awkward. Very minor thing, but if I was gonna change anything about this entire kit, I wouldn't change anything about this bag, but I would make this rucksack about half the size that it is. It will cut off some weight, but at the same time, it'll also make it just a little bit easier to throw. Like I said, if I'm being nitpicky, which I need to be, that would be the one thing I would say I would do differently about this setup. If you want to find out more about these bear bags and other items that Hilltop Packs sells, go to hilltoppacks.com and check them out and see all the different items that they offer. It's a fantastic company, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do at this point moving forward. If you found any value in this video, give it the old thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it the thumbs down. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I don't hold grudges. But until next time, stay strong, hike long, and I'll catch you on the next go-around. I've been sick for a week. One of the things you're going to start noticing on Facebook is not Facebook. Dang you, air conditioning. Turn off. I have some big, like, sounds like a starving Wookiee. You know, in that Z-Tops bag, everybody loves a good Z-Tops bag. Get you one right now. You can clap that thing down, clap that thing down. Just clap it. Just clap it. Like you're, there it is, right there, the clapper. What the heck?